Good morning, everybody. How are you today? As you can probably tell, I'm not Anna, but that's okay. She's busy today, so she's gonna be back again tomorrow. So supply teacher here is supply teacher here is taking over just for today. So I hope that's okay. Quick witter, just to give people a chance to join in and everything. My name is Karen. I'm here with Eat, Move, Be Happy. And we are here to help people move better, eat better, be happier, kind of what it says in the tin really. If you're unsure, obviously go to the website www.eatmovebehappy.com, and that will explain everything about what we can do to help you lead healthier, better, more fulfilling, happier lives. So today is movement not miracles. So the idea of this is obviously we are not going to perform miracles by just moving. We're not going to suddenly miraculously going to try and become amazing by just doing this. But we can improve, we can be better if we do some movement. And so we're going to do some quick stretches. If we've been sat down, we've not been moving a lot, so this is a perfect time to get ourselves moving, stretch ourselves out and just straighten ourselves up a little bit. If we've been sat a lot, a very common thing is the front half of our body down here, the hip flexors tend to get a bit shorter. We start to slouch a little bit, the shoulders start to come forwards a little bit, and we just sort of end up just being compressed under gravity. We're going to try and fight against that, and we're going to try and stretch and straighten things out, sitting and standing tall. So to that end, we're going to go through a couple of stretches, some of my personal favourite stretches. We're going to start off with, okay, it's on my board here, in case I forget, the pec stretch. The pecs, your pec muscles, these are the strong muscles here, which every bloke likes, your chest muscles there. So as part of the whole slouchy bit there, these muscles just can get shorter. They just squish forwards. So we're going to stretch them out. Very simple, very basic. A wall or doorway is very useful. We're going to stand up. Well, actually you can stand up or sit or kneel up, it's entirely up to you. But we're going to pop our arm, elbow at least shoulder height up against the wall there. Not elbow down there, that's not what we're after. Elbow at least shoulder height, flush against the wall, and then we're going to use that as just a prop, a solid object, an anchor, and we're going to push and twist ourselves around and away from the wall. So I think this video is in mirror image, but this is my right arm and I am turning anti-clockwise, and as I do that I'm just stretching across the front of my chest there, my pec muscles there. Now with any and all stretches we want to relax, so make sure you breathe, and we'll hold this for say 5 or 10 breaths. Each time we breathe out we can just go a little bit further, a bit more of a stretch. So a common thing when we do stretch and stuff is for people to just tighten up, stop breathing and seize up, and that's just going to shorten muscles, and that's the exact opposite what we're after. So we've got to relax, breathe out. What we do on one side, of course we'll do on the other side, so excuse me as I turn my back to you, but the same idea. Elbow at least shoulder height. Again, this, despite what it might look in the video, this is my left arm, and I'm going to twist clockwise now. And as I twist clockwise, I can feel a stretch in my left chest, the front there. And again, it might well be a common thing, a natural reflex thing for everyone just sort of to seize up. We want to relax, breathe out, 5-10 breaths, and each time we breathe out, stretch a little bit further in that front of the chest there. So I'm just pushing myself a little bit more, 1 degree more clockwise each time I breathe out. And then I relax and shake. A very simple but very effective way to stretch out the front of the body. Say if we've been sat down, it helps minimize or counteract that slouchy thing there, to be able to bring our shoulders back. So that's a passive stretch. That's letting our body, letting our shoulders come back. But the thing that keeps them back is actually the muscles back there. So our next one is, it's not a stretch as such, it is a strengthening thing. for the upper back, the shoulder blades. I may have done this last time I was with you actually. The stick-ups, again, we've got a nice convenient wall. We're going to stand against the wall, bum against the wall, shoulders and head against the wall. So we've got 3 points of contact there straight away. That now is a straight line. That is good posture there. If that feels really, really weird, it just means that unfortunately you are used to a fairly rounded posture there. We want to make this feel as normal as possible. So bum, shoulder blades, back of the head against the wall. That's a straight line. That is good posture. Imagine someone's pointing a gun at you. You're being held up. Someone's pointing a gun at you and you are putting your hands up. Put your arms up. From there, the elbows are also going to touch against the wall. Now some people might find that enough of a workout straight away. Getting those elbows to touch the wall. But by doing that, I am really pulling my shoulder blades back. The next stage, if I can, is to get my fingertips also touching against the wall. If we can do that, we're going to work our way down the hand towards the wrist. So stage one, fingertips touching the wall. If we can do that, the knuckles touching the wall. If we can do that, the back of the wrist wants to touch the wall. Now hopefully when you do that, or you get as close to that as you can, you should really feel your upper back, your shoulder blades pinching back together really hard. From there, from whatever point you can do, you're going to slide your arms up, maintaining contact throughout, and then slide your elbows down. Sorry, I got a flickering light. Maintaining contact throughout. Slide them up. I think I might turn that light off in a sec. And sliding down. Shoulder blades pinching back, but rotating against the wall. Now I've got a nice rough breeze block wall here. And I can really feel the friction between my shoulder blades and the t-shirt. Sliding against the wall. And then relax, and then let's just sort this light out. And you should hopefully feel in the back of your shoulder blades there, muscles working hard to pull them back and not let them drag forwards. So that's a stick up. They are two very good ones I find for helping with the upper back there. So let's move on to the lower half then. So sat down, hip flexor muscles here, these bits here, they get, well, you can see in my shorts there actually. If I'm standing upright, my shorts are nice and smooth hopefully, but when I'm in the seated position, notice how they all crinkle up, all that slack there, and when I straighten out, they straighten out. That's what your muscles are doing underneath. As you sit down, all these muscles here are crinkling up, getting shortened. We want to stretch them out. So one of my favorite hip flexor ones is the lunge stretch. We're going to be in the lunge position here, just kneeling on one knee and the other foot. The setup here makes or breaks. If you don't get the setup right, it doesn't work at all. You've got to get the setup right. The setup being, do not let your belly and your bum stick out. So tighten your belly up. Belly is tight. Rib cage, feel that, see that lower part of the rib cage there? That is down and flush in with the rest of my body. And tighten my bum, squeeze my bum, clench my butt cheeks. Those two things, belly tight and bum tight, that's the setup. Now from there, maintaining that belly and bum tight, we're just going to slide forwards an inch or two. It's not a big move, that is it. I'm fairly flexible and that's all the movement I need, and I can feel it straight away on my hip flexors there. Hold that for 5-10 breaths and we can relax, and we'll do it again. Again, the setup is key. Belly tight, put that rib cage down, stack it over the pelvis, bum clenched, keeping those two tight, to slide everything forwards an inch or two, and you should feel it there. If it's a big move, it's almost certain you've done it wrong. If it's a big move, what's probably happened is you're letting your belly and let your bum go, and you've gone like that, and that's not any good at all. We need to keep this tight, that tight, and it becomes a really small but effective move right there. 5-10 breaths, and relax, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. So again, on one knee, on one foot. The setup is everything. Rib cage, pull down, belly tight, bum clenched, and then it's a small move only, remember. Slide forwards, and you should feel a stretch along there. 5 or 10 breaths, and then relax. Again, if it's a big move, it's almost certain that you've let the belly stick out, let the bum stick out, and you're arching away like that. That's a big move. It's useless. This tight is a small move and really effective. 5 or 10 breaths, and then relax. Okay, moving back up to the upper half and the spine. We've done this with Anna several times before, using the wall and a twist. So again, on for half kneeling, side down against the wall. If the wall is here, I want this leg up, this knee up. Okay, so again, the mirror image of the video might look weird, but this is my right leg, and it is against the wall, not that. Okay, so whichever leg is closest to the wall, that's what we're after. Nice and flush against the wall. We're going to point both arms forwards, and we're going to twist the body in towards to face the wall. Okay, so this is my right leg, this is my right arm, and keep my elbows as straight as we can. We're going to reach up and twist around to face against the wall, nice and close to the wall there. I'm twisting my spine around, and then I recover. I'm not moving my hips. I'm trying to keep these as solid as I can, not moving at all. I'm using the wall to help keep my hips stable. It is my back and my shoulder blades twisting to get the movement. And I can recover. So this bit doesn't move, it is just the rib cage, or the spine and the rib cage. One more time. Big twist. I'm close to the wall, and I recover. And of course, what we do on one side, we do on the other. So I turn around again, excuse me as I turn my back to you. Flush up against the wall. I'm using the wall to help keep my hips and pelvis stable and still. Let's move forward so you can see a bit there. Arms, and again, this is my left leg is in front. My left arm is going to do the moving. I reach up, keep my elbows as straight as I can. I twist round. I'm facing close to the wall. I can feel my back twisting like a corkscrew. And then I recover. Again, I'm trying to keep my pelvis as still as possible. Reaching up. Twisting round. Close to the wall. My nose is almost touching the wall here. And then recover. And then one more time for fun. Reaching up. Big twist around. Feel my spine corkscrewing around there. My pelvis hopefully staying really still as possible. And then recover. And that, whoops, as I fall over, is a fantastic way of twisting the spine but keeping it nice and tall. You cannot do that move slouched like that. It's just impossible. You can try it. I double dare you to try it, and all you'll do is you'll just whack into the wall. You cannot do that move if you slouch. You can only do it if you are really upright and you really get your shoulders moving. It's the only way to do it. And the last one we're going to do today, back down to the hips, my personal favourite hip/leg stretch. It's one I always used to do when I was younger in training, the Cossack stretch. If ever I needed to quickly and effectively get my hips and legs mobile, this was my go-to stretch. This was my go-to move. Cossack stretch. So feet apart. You're not going to stay on you're not going to have flat feet with this. You are going to go on your toes and on your heels. You're not going to have flat feet for this. Take the weight on your hands if you need. You're going to bend one leg all the way down. See, I'm on my toes back here. Front foot. I'm going to have my toes up to the sky, so I'm on my heels there. I'm just sitting, hunkering down on my back heel there. This on its own for some people is a good enough stretch. Some people really struggle with this one. Just do the best you can. This just here is a good stretch for some people. That's fine. If you want more, I'm using this elbow here jammed in on the inside of my knee there, and I can bend that elbow and push that knee back, and that's going to get a bit more of a stretch on the inside of my thighs here. At the same time, this leg is nice and straight and my toes are pointed straight at the ceiling, not turned over. The toes are straight at the ceiling, and I am trying to sit my bum as low down into the stretch as possible. I'm trying to get my bum as close to the floor as I can. You will not get your bum to touch the floor, it won't, but try and get that bum as close as you can. Doing that, you should hopefully feel a good stretch on the back and inside of this leg here. So a combination of this elbow pushing back, your bum sitting down, you're getting a lot of stretches on this leg and this leg. And of course, what we do on one side, we do on the other. So we can shift over, and the same thing. Elbow jammed in. If you want, push that knee back as far as you are comfortable doing. These toes up to the sky. Sitting your bum down into the stretch. And as low as you can, you should hopefully feel again a good stretch along the back and inside there, and the inside back there. Sitting down and pushing that knee out. A variation, if you like, if you want to get some mobility, some movement, not just a stretch, what I used to do was shift from side to side. I would just move from one side to the other, sitting down, hunker my bum down, sit my bum down, and I would just move side to side. That way I'm going to get the stretch, that same big stretch we got before, but also my hip joint, that ball and socket joint, is also going to have to be twisting and turning and moving. And so this was my go-to stretch when I was training, needed a kick earlier in my life, and that's the Cossack stretch. So that is a very, very quick, all over, bit of everything stretch session. We've done a bit of stretching the front half, waking up the back half, stretching out the front of the legs, which get squished up when we're sat. We've got a bit of twisting, got a bit of stretching all over the back as well. There's a little bit of everything going on there. I hope that's okay. I hope that all made sense. I hope you had a good time. Don't forget, we've got loads of amazing stuff at Eat Move Be Happy. www.eatmovebehappy.com. Go on over there. We have things for exercise. We've got, actually by now we've got dozens and dozens of workout videos, so you can follow along, train with us in real time, proper Jane Fonda style, Davina McCall kind of thing. I look good in leggings and stuff like that. You should see it, it's really good. We've got healthy eating guides, the Eat Better course, slightly biased, but I think it's a fantastic course to help people improve their eating habits. It is not a diet. We don't tell people what to do or what to eat and what not to eat. We don't have any kind of meal plans or anything. We just help you change your eating habits for the better. We have mental health support. Of course, you're seeing this now on the peer support group. We've got a whole range to help people be physically fitter, healthier, mentally fitter, healthier, and just happier all around. So please share this with everyone you can think of. And go see our website, www.eatmovebehappy.com, and give us a like. Thank you very much, boys and girls. Anna will be back again tomorrow. See you later. Bye-bye.